So reading the news, I see 14 states to file lawsuit against Doge access to government payment systems. So I'm wondering, who are those 14 states? Pretty much I think we're going to be able to check off these are the bluest of the blue, the most pathetic of pathetic, and I guarantee you that this worthless, pathetic, freaking state is one of them. Because we have a corrupt governor, a corrupt attorney general, and a pathetically corrupt Democrat Farmer Labor Party in Minnesota. Be sure to like and subscribe, because I'm going to point out a little bit of fraud today. 14 states file lawsuit against Doge access to government payment systems. We can't have you finding fraud, Elon, because that's how we get paid. We're stealing your tax money, and we can't have you find out. So what 14 corrupt states did this? The coalition includes New York, Arizona, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Illinois, Maine, Maryland, the most pathetic place in the whole freaking universe, Minnesota, Nevada, Rhode Island, and Vermont. Check, check, check. The bluest of the blue. The most corrupt of corrupt. How can I say the most corrupt of corrupt? Where's your evidence, Pat? We just passed $600 million in fraud here in the state of Minnesota. All under Governor Walz. All of it. Food fraud scandal. Medicaid scandal. Autism education scandal. And now they found a new one, because this governor and this attorney general, in my opinion, are corrupt. On the take, corrupt, and definitely dirty to the bone, in my opinion. Keith Ellison, definitely, in my opinion, is one corrupt son of a bitch. And the fact that he won the attorney general spot in the state of Minnesota, when he first won, that's when I first turned and I said, Minnesota is finished. No hope. It's gone. When that dirty, slimy son of a bitch, in my opinion, can become the attorney general of the state of Minnesota, you know the people in this state have lost their minds. Collectively, this state, Minnesota, is doomed. Doomed. Completely. Hence why I bought land out of this state. I'm going to suck as much money off you people as I can before I get the hell out of here. ScandalTracker finds NUWAY tracker total is now above $610 million in Minnesota. So why do you think Keith Ellison is filing suit against Doge? Because these people have been ripping you off for years. They have been stealing your tax dollars for years, using it for their pet left-wing projects to do everything they can to take you down. Anyone who cared about America, anyone who cared about freedom, liberty, individuality, the right to make your own money and keep it, these people would go after you hard. And apparently, they're using your tax dollars to do so. Now, here in Minnesota, with the $610 million, it's very likely that what we're dealing with here is just rank incompetence, because the liberal white guilt in this state is so bad. Most of these frauds are perpetrated by members of the Somali community. And the liberal white guilt in this state will not allow you to say anything or do anything. You can't call a criminal if they're black or if they're brown. they're just marginalized. And every opportunity has been taken away from them. So they lash out and they try to get this whatever means they can in whatever ways they can. That's the mindset of liberals in the state of Minnesota, who are the most pathetic creatures on the face of this earth. This goes through just the new one, the NUWAY scandal. This doesn't go through the child care or the autism awareness or the Medicaid one. I believe we're at 6 or 7 individual scandals in Minnesota, up to $610 million that we know about. We don't know all of it. And something tells me, in my opinion, in just my humble opinion, that our pathetic governor, Tim Walz, who is just a knucklehead, he's basically Curly from the Three Stooges, and we elected him governor twice, and we're going to do it a third time because, hey. And then Keith Ellison, who is absolutely one of the worst left-wing socialist, anti-American members of any government you're ever going to find. By the way, I predict the son of a bitch is going to run for governor and win when Walz is done, because that's how pathetic this place is. Can't get out of here fast enough. But I saw this article, 14 states to sue Elon Musk for finding fraud, for going after fraud, for stealing your money, my money. But they want to go after him for finding it. If you support the Democratic Party, as far as I'm concerned, you're a traitor. You're a pathetic traitor. The Constitution has cures for that. Suing somebody because they're finding fraud, because you're using that fraud to your own benefit, as we're learning with USAID. And I'm sure we're going to learn with the Education Department when we get in there and we start uncovering all the crap you're doing with the teachers' unions, which should be broken up on a nationwide basis. Teachers' unions are one of the biggest problems this country faces right now with its youth. But that's a subject for a totally other video. This one is about how suing somebody because they're finding people stealing your stuff is what 14 states. We got to list them again. We've got to know who these pathetic loser states are. New York, Arizona, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Illinois, Maine, Maryland, the most pathetic place in the entire universe, Minnesota, Nevada, Rhode Island, and Vermont. These are the most pathetic places in the United States, run by the bluest of the blue, and they will be the first to failure of the fail. At least in this state, I can tell you the reason they're suing Elon Musk is because there's so much corruption here that somebody might get the inkling to start investigating it here. And the left has used all these programs to line their pockets, to pay for their media, to do everything they can to put one side down. Sue on. I hope he finds more. I hope he buries you like you deserve. I'm sick of mollycoddling the left. I really am. There's members of my family who I'm sick and tired of being nice to because they're leftists. If you support the Democrats and you support the left, you are the problem.